it was pretty clear as soon as we actually started looking for it. Members were talking about major layoffs, going from 18 people on a team to 7, reducing their teams by 50%, even some members noting that they had been laid off along with large swaths of their team. Many others were flagging decreased demand and rec volume, noting that they had major downsizes to the forecasting side of things, that they were facing headwinds after a big merger, there were major changes in their world. Still others were just flagging restructurings of unprecedented scale, noting that it was creating sleepless nights, and in some cases, a couple members told us that in their 20, 30 years at a company, they'd never seen restructurings of the scale that they were seeing right now. These were some of the things that we heard from members, but really the list just went on and on. So, with the trend line clear, we decided to take a look behind the curtain, and what we found was what we ended up thinking of as a bit of an epidemic of contraction. So over the course of a couple days, what we did was we went through and scoured all of the notes that we could find from calls with you all. We looked through the inquiries and the questions that you all send in to us. We read the news and basically surveyed any other source that we could find to get a sense of how widespread these contraction-oriented movements were. And within a day, so within 24 hours, we found over 100 incidences of members imposing significant change on their programs. So let me give you a little bit of perspective on that. There are 260 organizations in the university recruiting membership right now. We found major incidences, significant changes in over a third of member organizations just at a cursory glance. So remember, that was exclusively what you all had already told us. We hadn't gone looking for it. Since we've started working on this, I've had many more members come out and say, actually, we are working on very similar things. And I would bet that if we went member by member and surveyed you all on whether you're working on similar things, we'd find very few who weren't doing something down this path. Another piece of context, we've already found some tens of millions of dollars that members have cut out of their budgets, and we know about millions more that members are planning to. And finally, this proved true across every single industry and every size of member organization. We had members who were recruiting 50 interns who were working to find creative ways to cut 30% of their costs. We had members recruiting 10,000 who were working on massive restructures of their overall strategy to go from outbound strategies to inbound strategies just to make sure that they could save on some of those outbound strategies. Basically, contraction just seemed like it was the name of the game in 2024 overall.